advising me. They are at the top of their field. They are the guys to go and ask, but also they are not full of themselves. They know that they don't know everything, and that's why we are researching and working together.
Having my master's at DTU really prepares for my PhD study because it teaches me how to learn new things very quickly.
You kind of are thrown out of your comfort zone to learn, to meet.
Great. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar from DTU. My name is Luc Mulling, and I'm the moderator of today, and you joined in to hear more about how it is to be a driving force in sustainability, innovation, and entrepreneurship. This can be possible with a study of a master study at Technical University of Denmark. Now, how that all works and how it can apply to you as well, you will hear in the next 45 minutes or so. We have the presenters lined up, but before we go over to them, let me briefly introduce to you a little bit about how this works and how, about the interactive options we have. We have, first of all, a chat. There you see already we're welcoming everyone to tell us where you're logging in from. So by all means, just drop us there your country, because we know a lot of people are online, and it's great to see a bit where everybody's logging in from. So great. Second of all, most importantly maybe, is the tab called questions. So at the right bottom, there's a tab called questions. You can write your questions at any time. Do use that questions tab, please, because it will be the best organized for us to see the questions, since we expect a lot of people to be online. And we'll be answering the questions at the end. We also will have a question for you. So we have actually a poll already opened, and I already see some people started answering it. That's great to see, about, to get to know you a little bit better. For example, what is your academic and professional background? So do let us know a little bit of your feedback. It will open up throughout the session. We will have a couple of more pollings. And last but not least, we also have a little fun button. I see already people have found it. So at the bottom of the screen, you can actually react. Exactly, that's the one. And you can let us know what you think when you hear something. That is just to make it a little bit more fun and interactive, also for the presenters. So to know there is other people listening to them on the other side. So now, without further ado, talking about the presenters, let's go over to them, and they will briefly introduce themselves. We'll start with Sarah, and she will introduce herself, and then the rest of the speakers. Go ahead.
Thanks, Luke. So my name is Sarah Roop, and I'm an associate professor at DTU Electro, and I'm the head of studies of the master's program of communication technologies and system design.
Hello, everyone. My name is Guido Tosello. I am associate professor at the Department of Civil and Mechanical Engineering, and I'm the head of studies of the master program in materials and manufacturing engineering. Very pleased to meet you all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vanita Singh, and I am the admissions and recruitment manager here at DTU. A very warm welcome to all of you, and we look forward to interacting with you in the next 45 minutes to 1 hour's time.
Okay, great. Welcome, everyone. And Vanita, go ahead.
Thank you, Luke. So I'll start with a brief presentation about Technical University of Denmark, and then the professors would tell you more about their programs. So basically, DTU was set up in 1829 by Hans Christian Oersted. I'm sure most of you would recognize him. He's the father of electromagnetism. And at that time, he had a vision for the university, and he said, whatever technology we develop at the university, it should be of benefit to society. And that is a mission that we still live by. It's almost, the university is almost 200 years old, and we are very well ranked. if you look at the rankings today, we are leaders not only in the Nordic region, but we also are globally ranked very strong in the field of collaboration with industry and being one of the most innovative universities in the world. We are a small university, mono faculty. We have around 15,000 students here at the university. It is a heavy graduate school, about 5,500, almost 5,600 students at the graduate level, out of which 2,655 are international students. So today around 48 to 49% of our of our students at the graduate studies, they are international students. And they come from 114 different countries, very diverse population on campus. Gender balance is very important for us. We have 33% women students on campus. What we are offering here for you all are basically a wide range of programs. We have 32 master programs, all in English, and they cover all the fields of engineering. And what is very interesting is that within each of these programs, you either have study lines or focus areas. So you have a wide diversity of areas to choose from depending on what your interest really is. DTU strongly believes in having a collaboration with partner universities across the world. And this is to support our students. Today we have 120 partners. And what we really do is we try to encourage all our students to go for a semester exchange to one of our partner universities and experience a different learning environment. And that was, really a very, very short introduction about the university. But what we are really going to be talking today about here are the core elements in all our master programs. So we have three core elements that we focus on, and they are sustainability, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And of course, we cannot have all 32 programs within 45 minutes. So we have invited two head of studies. They're responsible for the programs, and they will tell you how these elements are incorporated within their programs. So over to Guido.
Thank you, Vanita. And in fact, where to look that will share our the video for our program in materials and manufacturing engineering.
My name is Marcin Ruszkiewicz. I'm 25 and I study materials and manufacturing engineering. My first contact with DTU was during my Erasmus exchange. Then I decided to come back here for my master's studies. So I did my bachelor at the Łódź University of Technology. Then I arrived here again. I was studying for one year. Then I moved to US for one semester, and now I'm back here. Frankly, the DTU is the place where I've never had more contact with the equipment myself. I prepare my samples myself, I polish them. I had opportunity to work with microscope, with hardness tests, a lot of things. It's really, really important. You have very good cooperation with professors. It's really personally oriented approach. In my master's, I work on copper. We investigate the polycrystalline of the copper, how the microstructure, exactly the substructure, develops when we cyclically load it. It's a lot of fun when you can do something yourself. You work on something whole day and it doesn't work. For example, I was working on my samples to prepare the experiment, and nothing was going as I wanted to. But once it works and you start getting results you wanted to, then you feel like I'm improving, I'm investigating something. I believe this is the most fun part of it. And obviously all the student life we have here.
Okay, so after the introduction given by this video in which one of our students was presenting his own experience, I have a few details for you regarding our master. So our concept is to put the product as the main focus. That can be any product, or advanced product in different sectors. Could be for energy, for transportation, medical application, etc. And then throughout the courses and projects and your final thesis, you looked at the characteristics of the materials, their properties, the performance that you can achieve, and what are the processes that really can modify those materials in order to make the product. So we looked down to the microstructure of the materials, the mechanical, chemical, several different properties, and then their performance in operation, and then the different processes, both for polymers, for metals, for ceramics, either primary processes like additive manufacturing, molding, forming, machining, several others, and then other processes that you apply after the material has been manufactured. So surface treatments, heat treatments, along with key enabling technologies and methods in order to guarantee that the production is in control, and how to perform measurements of those products and processes. So we have really a holistic view and deep dive into the materials manufacturing and products. So our own department within this master is equipped with a large variety of experimental facilities. We go from industry-grade equipment up to state-of-the-art scientific equipment, instrumentation for analysis, simulation, and treatment modification of materials. And here you can see an example of all this equipment. And you, throughout the courses, projects, special courses, your master project, will have the opportunity to operate and the equipment, to learn how to use it and to extract data, run analytics, and then make sound recommendation based on the scientific research that you will be able to perform. And as we say here, the overall program is definitely application-oriented, is research-based. We definitely teach and train you to use the scientific method to run investigations in materials and manufacturing engineering, and then is industry related, as already well explained and mentioned since the beginning of the webinar. The academic requirements for admission is we have one fundamental requirement, so prerequisite that you should have before or in order to apply, and that's a fundamental course in material science of at least 5 ECTS points. That can be achieved from dedicated undergraduate, so bachelor level courses, or a combination of different courses in solid state physics, thermodynamics, etc. If you have a wish and an ambition to apply for a materials and manufacturing engineering master degree, it's a good idea, of course, to plan your bachelor studies already in this direction so that you can successfully apply and also be very well prepared when it comes then to engage with more advanced courses in the master program. The whole DTU, as Vanita mentioned, we have 32 programs. They are all organized following this circle model that you can see here. So we have 4 key colors. The center is a total amount of 10 ECTS points called the Polytechnic Foundation, and that is constituted by 2 main courses. One is Innovation and Engineering, which is taught in common to all master students at DTU, and then 5 points in Sustainability. This is achieved by different courses depending on different programs, but it is true that all DTU students, master students, they have in their DTU DNA both innovation and sustainability. And then we have our blue section, which is program-specific courses. And then as far as our master is concerned, we have mandatory courses, which are materials in advanced applications, and then digital manufacturing industry 4.0, and then a few options of general competence courses. For example, modeling in materials and manufacturing, physical metallurgy. And then we have a second innovation course, kind of an advanced course on innovation that for us is a choice between design for circular economy and then business design for sustainability. These general competence courses are then followed by a number of technological specialization courses in order to complete 50 CTS points. And here we go really into specific subjects such as surface engineering, tribology. We have a course on machining, on injection molding, modeling, product development. You can also explore different types of materials such as metal, polymers, and ceramics. We have a fairly large list of these specialization courses, and you will be able to choose based on your interest the one you prefer. We have also 25% of the 120 credits are dedicated to elective courses. You can take that opportunity in order to have an exchange semester abroad. You can engage with a specific supervisor among our course responsibles, or even across the university in order to run a special course, which is a shorter project course run by you, supervised by a course responsible. You can do project work, can be you or also in group, and then also in collaboration with an industry or within one of our research projects. Elective courses also can be chosen among registered courses, and that's across not just our department, but across all DTU. Last but not the least, the last semester dedicated to your master thesis, in which you are able to apply your knowledge. You conduct state-of-the-art research very often, and that means anywhere between 2 every 3 projects, or even 3 over 4 are now conducted in collaboration with an industry, a company. You will be honing and developing even more your project management skills, and you will go beyond your specific competencies in order to execute and deliver a complete engineering project. And after that, of course, it's time for graduation, and that will be you having your master's degree in materials and manufacturing engineering. And once you're done, we have a number of careers available for you, going for production, product development. You can work with the innovation, technological consulting, also management consulting. You can continue with research, either in a research institute or at the university. You can be in charge of technical sales, for example, industrial assets, large machines, industrial equipment. You can run technological auditing. You can work with mechanical testing, modeling, and failure components, patents. In fact, the number of sectors and jobs that you will be able to undertake is actually pretty wide, and you will be well equipped for those. We have a long and large tradition of collaborating with the industry. first of all, in several sectors. So the energy sector, the medical sector, automation, electronics. You can see here, we've been working with robotics. We have collaboration in building, construction, production of food, which is also a manufacturing industry, very large in Denmark, mobility, machine tools, you name it. And here you can see quite a list of medium size up to large corporation, which are very famous companies, in fact, all over the world. We also, of course, have a very much open door policy. We are located in the 4th quadrant of DTU in the southeast corner, spread in 2 buildings. And our course responsible belongs to 2 sections, in fact, the section for materials engineering and the section of manufacturing engineering. So having said that, I hope you will join us, and we look forward to meet you at the what we call the M&Ms, which is the Materials and Manufacturing Engineering program. Thank you.
Great. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yes. So I would like to present to you the master's program in communication technologies and system design. Sometimes it's referred to by the students as telecommunications in day-to-day talk. So I'm going to talk a bit about the vision and mission for the program, and then give you an introduction of the curriculum and the specializations and study lines that you can choose. And I'm going to say a few words about the admission and the job opportunities, and then we're going to go later on into the details with innovation, entrepreneurship, and then sustainability as well. So if we just take a step back in time, go back to March 2020, the entire world got hit and affected by the coronavirus, which basically sent everybody home. And there we were sitting on the couch with our laptop, and suddenly all of our classes were moved online. We had online lectures, we had online meetings, we were calling our friends, we were reading our books online, we were booking appointments for corona tests, we were talking to our doctors online. We also did stream a lot of videos. I guess a lot of us also did online gaming, and we watched the news, seeing what was going on in the world. And also some of us actually started to order our groceries online and had them delivered to our house. So if we just look at all these things and then think about, well, what would happen if we didn't have any communication technologies? Well, none of these things would actually be possible. No online meetings, no online lectures, no online ordering, no streaming, no gaming, nothing. We could just sit on the couch with our computer and maybe type some things in Notepad, and that would be it. So as you can see, communication technologies is really extremely important for the lives and for the society that we have today. So the vision for the master program is that we can educate some engineers that can build and maintain the communication infrastructure that our society relies on. And thus we teach and enable students to identify, understand, and address the challenges and opportunities of these global communication systems, so that they can gain and apply relevant technological skills and competences, so that they can go out and seek employment in industrial companies, or also are well equipped to pursue a career in research after the master's program. And now I think, Luke, it would be a good time to hear from some of our students. So maybe just put on the video, please.
My name is Nicholas Wieceki. I'm 24 years old and I study telecommunication. This is where we load the data into the FT, and then it takes 256 cycles. If you look at everybody's pocket, they have a mobile phone that's always connected. the demand for availability of connections is everywhere. So, imagine a road that's getting more and more congested, and we need to be able to build bigger highways for data. It's a very relevant field. Everything is getting more and more connected, and what we study here is basically the foundation of all of this. I absolutely love it. It's by far the best thing I've done. It's a pleasure coming here every day. Great teachers, great content. And yeah, I'm actually a bit sad that I'm soon done. Next semester, I'll be starting my master's thesis. I haven't yet decided on a subject, but that's going to be very interesting. It might be something with software-defined networking. It's one of the big things right now, or some cloud-based computing. Well, the big problem is there's so much interesting. I think when Trond is done with the Python code and gets the square root implemented in VHDL, we're on track. I've actually already signed a job for a graduate position at Cisco, which is probably the largest telecommunications provider in the world. So I'll be starting a job in Amsterdam for 1 year when I'm done. I really like the idea that I already have a job. And it also shows that what we're doing here is relevant and people want us. That's definitely a good feeling.
Yes, so that was some words by our student Nicholas, and then I would like to explain a bit more about the programs. You can see that, as Guido also mentioned before, the program here is also built up over this circular model where we have the Polytechnic Foundation with Innovation and Engineering and the Sustainability course, which is common for all DTU students. And then we have the program-specific courses, and I have listed them over here on the blue side. So you can see that we have some mandatory courses where we are investigating global communication network infrastructure and design. That is for all of the students. And then we have the innovation course 2, which here you can choose between a course in IoT prototyping or a course in entrepreneurship in photonics and communications. Then we have 20 points, which are specific courses that you can choose out of 40. So there you can either go into fiber optic communication, you can go into digital communication, you can go into synthesis for communication technologies, or look into FPGA design. And then we also have some more advanced courses where you can choose 15 points of a very long list of courses. So that would be the program-specific courses. And then we have electives that you can choose freely among DTU's courses, or do a special course if you would like to do that as well. And then we end up with the master thesis of 30 points, where you basically apply the knowledge that you have gained during the program and solve an engineering problem. In the master's program here, we offer 5 different kinds of study lines or specializations. The first one to the left is about high-speed communications. So there you can study fiber optics, and it's very much about putting data through the system at high volume and high speed. Then we have a specialization in signal processing, coding, and visual communication. Then we have a specialization on mobile communication and Internet of Things. You can specialize within cloud systems and cybersecurity, or you can work more with communication hardware design and programming. So how to get in? Well, the program gives access with or from 6 different bachelor programs from DTU. But also, of course, from international bachelor's programs. And you can see a bit here the areas that the students normally have a background in that will make them interested in a program like this. So cyber technology, electrical engineering, software technology, physics and nanotechnology, cyber systems, or earth and space physics and engineering. So In the program, we have a really good mix of students. You can see here that just about half the students, they come from overseas. And then the remaining half is split in about 50-50 students from Denmark or students from the European Union. So that's really nice to have this mix of students in the program. We work a lot with companies. That can be both in terms of projects, where you can see that just under half of the students actually do their project together with companies. But in addition to the projects, we also often bring them in for guest lectures or case studies and so on, so that we have this nice dialogue with whatever is going on in industry. And one of the benefits of this, I think, is that we work with things that are highly relevant to industry. And if you look at the unemployment rates that you have in the bottom here, you can see they're extremely low. And for the 2020 graduates, I mean, after half a year, everybody was actually in jobs, so nobody was unemployed. So it's a program that can give you a really excellent job opportunities. That was my presentation. So over to you, Luke, again.
Yes, indeed. So thank you for your general introductions to the programs. Now, as Vanita was saying in the beginning, this session is especially focused on the driving force, right, in sustainability, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So we'd like to hear from both of you. What is a bit of the focus, and starting with the innovation and entrepreneurship in the program that you presented, Guido?
Okay, thank you, Luke. So again, good welcome from my side. Now I'm gonna deep dive on innovation and entrepreneurship by giving a few real examples on these key topics that shows how our master integrates them in the curriculum, and even beyond that, in your experience as a DTU student in our own master. So first of all, you will be for sure a student in this course, Innovation in Engineering, which is taken by close to 900 students every year. This runs for 3 weeks, full time, so every day, the whole day, 3 times a year. So we split the entire master cohort at DTU in these 3 editions, and in fact, for sure you will get the first one, which is called Innovation in Engineering, and then you can also apply and follow the second level, in which you will be a facilitator in an innovation team. The course runs for 3 weeks, so you could say first we have the first week module, the Boost module, in which you are exposed and given strong innovation tools that you learn during this course, and then you will be able to apply them throughout your studies. And then in week number 2 and 3, you will be assigned to an industrial case with your team and work with problem definition and proposed concept by building, testing, and learning in an iterative way how to manage innovation in an engineering problem. So in this course, you will understand how to apply innovation processes. You will be given a real-life engineering challenge. Typically, we have 4 large companies applying with their case in every edition throughout the year. And then you will be able to contribute to innovation initiative by working in team. So you will acquire this signature DTU mindset and the approach. This is typical to this DTU DNA to innovation. And you will also be able to communicate to relevant stakeholders that have an interest in the project about your innovation solutions. So that's general. And then at DTU, we're also quite happy and, of course, proud to have now quite a strong, well-developed in innovation entrepreneurship ecosystem. So there are very much several startups that are created by either bachelor or masters or teams composed by both students every year. So here I have for you a key example. So these two students that you see, they have founded the company DrinkSaver, which design and manufacture and commercialize this specific glass, and in fact the specific lid, so that if you are jumping or shaking, your drink will not fall off out of the glass. And what I want to discuss here is how DrinkSaver as a DTU startup has been able to integrate with our own master and how we have done that. So both the founders, throughout their studies, they have taken one of our courses, which is called Design of Plastic Products. They've also then followed another course, which is called Experimental Plastic Technology. This course is a typical, I would say, DTU course. So either in January or June or August, all students can follow a course in just 3 weeks. So every day, the whole day, for 15 days, you have really an innovative, high-speed course in which you work typically in groups to work on an engineering problem. And in this case, the experimental plastic technology is a course in which we deal with plastics and manufacturing processes for plastics. And then we also engage with them, the founder, in their master project, and also in one student that wanted to help DrinkSaver solving some of their problems in another master science project. So in all these, the topics, in all these courses, product design and engineering, production process development, design for manufacturing, digital prototyping, so all typical topics for materials and manufacturing engineering. And then I have another example, also very recent. Well, both examples are from the past 2 years. So that's another DTU startup, ZenStack. This is more medical technology oriented. Is an active sole that through sensors basically is making a digital twin of the habit of walking of the patient, because it has been proven that there is a clear correlation between the walking pattern and the efficacy of treatment in neurological diseases. So of course there is a medical technology and a data analytics challenge, but there is also a materials and manufacturing challenge in order to do a proper material selection, have a product design of the sole and of the embedded sensors, and their mechanical simulations, and how to design so that the sole can actually be manufactured. And this was done throughout one of our students that joined a special course in which, in fact, in this case, I was the supervisor and the industrial supervisor was from the DTU startup. So as you can see, there are very much several possibilities to work with innovation, with entrepreneurship, to make your work valuable for the industry. And by that, you learn what I've shown here as key topics in materials manufacturing engineering, but you also have an impact on innovation and startup ventures. Thank you.
Okay, great, Guido. Thank you. And same question to you, Sarah. I would like to hear a bit from you how innovation and entrepreneurship is integrated in your program. Briefly, thank you.
Thank you, Luke. So yeah, innovation and entrepreneurship is basically an integral part of the curriculum of our course. So we have quite a bit of courses with innovative components, but there's also the possibility to do special courses or to do courses with industry. And as I mentioned, a lot of our students, they are actually doing the master's thesis together with industry. And we have all of our students following the course Innovation in Engineering. That's the one that Guido explained previously, the 3-week course with the Boost and the Experience module. And then they also have this Innovation Course 2, which is a program-specific innovation course. And I'm going to show you an example of one of these courses, how it works. It's called IoT Prototyping, and it builds upon the principles that the students learn in the General Innovation in Engineering course. So the objective for this course is to give the students the opportunity to develop an IoT prototype based on a product idea using IoT technology. So it's an extremely hands-on course where we work with building the prototype and applying all the technology that we learned. And in addition to having the technology part, we also include market research. We include information about startup funding possibilities, and you will also learn how to pitch such a startup and a product idea. So what we do in a little more detail is that we are running development sprints based on different parts of the curriculum. So you learn about sensors and microcontrollers, low power WAN technologies, gateways, backend, and UX design. And then you will apply all of this into an IoT prototyping ecosystem where we actually, during the course, in groups, build a product prototype. So this year, the students, they have to build a prototype for some specific groups of customers. One group could be children. Another group could be elderly persons. Another group could be persons with disability, or it could be for industrial use. So I'm just giving you some headlines here for the projects that the students are currently working on. So we have a group that is working on an automatic pill dispenser for elderly people who have some problems remembering when to take the pills, and maybe also have some challenges in like opening pill boxes. Then we have a group who is working on a navigation system for wheelchairs. We have a group that is working on like a smart Band-Aid plaster with sensors. We have automatic watering systems. We have child safety systems, and we have smart farming, where the students are trying to make the life of the farmer easier, and also to take care of the natural resources that are used in a farming scenario, so that we don't waste anything. And as you can see on the background picture, there are some of the prototypes. So the students actually go in and not just design on pen and paper, but actually also go out in the lab and build prototypes that can be presented for the boards of evaluators. Some other ideas of student innovation projects that we currently have ongoing is that we have some groups who are working with watch systems and wearable for medical IoT devices. We have a group of students who is working on a system that can localize some expensive power tools if they get lost or misplaced in a construction site. Then we have a group of students who is working with the Danish national golf team and some football clubs, also in order to figure out how you can train muscles in the best possible way, also maybe during rehabilitation after an injury, and also trying to optimize how you can swing a golf club in order to get the furthest and the most precise golf swing to win Olympic medals. Then we had a group who has been working with a company called Arctic Systems to build a rat trap that can let the owners know when the rat has it has been snatched in the trap. We have another system here in the middle bottom where we have a smart insole that can categorize how many lifts you take as a worker, and if you do them in the correct way so that you don't hurt your back. And then finally, on the lower right here, you can see a system where we have a student that is working with heart patients in order to make sure that they can move around freely, even if they have a heart condition, because then they continuously monitor their ECG and make sure that they don't expose themselves into strenuous situations. So all in all, a plethora of opportunities to be innovative and to apply the knowledge that we teach in the program to some specific projects for the benefit of industry and eventually our society. And back to you, Luc.
Great. Well, very interesting to see those innovative and entrepreneurial projects that you both have in the programs taking place for the students. So great to see that. I'm sure the students that joined today are interested in those as well. We're going now over to the sustainable parts, because that was the other part of it that we wanted to briefly address. So also the same question, how sustainability is integrated into our programs. I would like to ask, let's keep this a bit short so we have enough time for questions, because we do want to make sure we have to take care of those for the audience. But let's go over to that part, and first we start with you, Guido, about sustainability in the program Materials and Manufacturing Engineering.
Sure. So thank you, Luc. Sustainability is obviously a key pillar across all master projects at DTU. As far as we are concerned, we have started this year this new course, Design for Circular Economy. It's of course about to give you all the key skills, the theory, the methodologies, the practice in order to design products so they can be part of the circular economy. Now, the important thing is the course has gathered a lot of interest right from the start. We have at least 200 students enrolled every year, and for the edition 24, 40 companies are submitting their own study case. So once again, sustainability, innovation, teamwork are all the key ingredients so that you can learn in a very interactive, in fact, active way, designed for circular economy. Then, okay, yeah. So one example of a course designed for plastic products and how sustainability is integrated in a specific course. So here I can give you key examples. In this course, you learn about plastic materials, how to modify them, so how the manufacturing works, and even more importantly, how to design with plastics and how to design the manufacturing process to produce those items. So we have run in collaboration with 2 pharma companies sustainability project, which is how to design a product by using their own products collected after use, regrinded, and then used as recycled plastics. And what you see at the bottom are simulations and designs made by the students, and they have learned these digital, basically, tools during the course. So very much applied, and using state-of-the-art, the best practice industry tools for design of plastics and with the recycled plastics. DTU startup, that's of course a key ingredient. Once again, this is a brand new venture from DTU students, and the idea is to gradually replace oil-based plastics with a large component of waste material. And in this case, it's dismissed textiles. So what we are looking at now is to support and engage with the startup, creating student projects so that we are developing the material, which is based on textile waste, and the manufacturing process that, in fact, can deform and mold this textile-based material that behaves similar to plastic in order to create new sustainable products. Back to you, Luke.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, and let's quickly move on. Same question to you, sustainability in your program, Sarah. So I think you have something to say about that as well.
Yes. So we actually talk about sustainability very much in the one course that is compulsory for all the students on the program, because there is this trade-off going on now where a lot of people talk about the amount of energy that is being used in all the communication system. So you can have this question if staying online is costing the earth. So by looking at some of the sustainable development goals, we really want to make sure that we can develop technology that can actually make sure that we can send data in the most energy efficient way through the network, that we prioritize sending data through green routes, make sure that we work with sustainable energy provisioning, and do that both in a short-term approach, but also in a longer-term approach where we take like a research perspective and see what can we do on the longer side. So I'm just going to show you two examples of our students who have been working with energy efficiency and sustainability in their master's thesis. So the first one here is Simon. He has been doing a master's thesis where he has been looking into energy efficiency in data centers, figuring out energy minimization strategies for different types and sizes of data centers. And Simon actually got a paper accepted on his work. He has presented it in Italy this summer. That's where the picture is from. And actually, just earlier this week, he got a note that the extended version of his paper has also been accepted for a journal. So that also shows that there is a lot of interest right now in making sure that communication systems can be energy efficient and that we make sure that they will be sustainable. And the next project I'd like to show you is also a master's thesis project. It's a project by Fadi, and he was prototyping a self-sustainable, low-power, low-cost, wireless, compact, modular, and open-source LoRaWAN gateway. And the idea behind that was that it should be possible to send data through the network also if you're at a remote location where you don't have access through power. This could be both in Denmark, but maybe also in other countries where you are located quite far from the power grid, but still would like to communicate. So Fadi built this system, and he actually won second prize at the DTU's Green Challenge for his project. And he's now CTO at a startup company called Zenark. So that's a really nice example of a student who was combining sustainability together with innovation and entrepreneurship. And back to you, Luke.
All right. Thank you very much for those insights. We're getting reactions also from the audience, and still great to see that everyone is still here with us. Let's bear with us. We're coming to the last part of the presentation, and not unimportant, back to Vanita, over to the, I think the admissions part, right?
Yes, I'm going to go over it quickly as well. So basically, I look at the practicalities here. How soon can you apply if you're interested? The application portal for the autumn intake, it opens on the 15th of November. And then it closes on the 15th of Jan for the non-EU citizens and for the 1st of March for the EU citizens. English language test is compulsory for all applicants. Costs for living, this is relevant only for the non-EU citizens. So basically the tuition is 30,000 euros for 2 years of your studies. And then additionally, you should cater for living expenses, which is approximately around 1,200 euros per month. While you're a student, you can work for 20 hours a week. And in the months of June, July, and August, you can work for 37 hours a week. So you can offset your living expenses to some extent. But generally, when you plan your studies, you should try and keep look at both the costs and plan accordingly. DTU offers a number of tuition fee waivers, but they are limited in number and they are very, very competitive. They're completely merit-based. We also ask us applicants to look at national scholarships. So funding opportunities within your home country could also be a good source for financing your studies. So basically that is it from our end, and you're always welcome to contact us. You have our email IDs here. We have a few minutes, I'm sure, for a few questions, and let's try and get down to those.
Yes, indeed. Now is the time for all the audience members, the students, potential students that might end up with you next year, to submit their questions. We already have received quite a few, so I'm going through them. I just want to make sure if your question is not being answered here, don't worry. We do have your questions. Some are a bit more personal situations, so they might not be addressed today, but they will be sent through to the staff of DTU and they can come back to you, I think, likely by email. All right, so let's get started with some questions that already also some other people are interested in. To start with, Fatin is asking, well, he has a physics degree with a strong background in photonics and laser. Can you suggest a master program for that, for him? Who can help?
I can maybe try to answer that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think there is two programs that I know of. I think would be a good match, and one of them would be engineering light. So that's very much about photonics and the physics, and it could also be the specialization of high-speed communication within the master's program that I just presented. That could also make really good sense to apply for that. I don't know, Juanita, maybe you want to add to that as well?
So basically, in our experience, there are overlaps between different fields of engineering. And one of the things that you can also do as a smart way of going about it is looking at the prerequisites tab under each of the master programs. And when you look at the prerequisites tab, it basically allows working yourself and see which are the different programs which could be relevant to your background.
Okay, good. We're getting the thumbs up. I see, so great to see. Let's go over to the next question. Anastasia was asking, what is the most important part of the application? That's a good relevant one. More people upvoted it. Is it about GPA, motivation, activities, scientific backgrounds?
Yeah, so this is a very good question indeed. And what we do at DTU, we look at the application as a whole. That means it's a combination of all these factors. We definitely look at your academic background, which is a very important criteria. But at the same time, your statement of purpose, your experience in other fields, such as maybe you have some research experience, maybe you have participated in certain conferences. So your entire profile and how you as an applicant can bring your strengths to the class are very, very relevant. So it's a holistic review that is done at DTU.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Next question, Lucia was asking, do we need to have a GPA of 75% to obtain the grade, or could it be lower?
It's been a mixed bag over the couple of, because we have 32 programs and we could have some programs where we have a lot of applicants. So this could be a very challenging question to answer, but generally there's strong focus on high quality at DTU. So we do expect that students with strong academic backgrounds apply, and then the process is also becoming increasingly competitive over the years. So definitely, if you have a higher GPA, then it puts you in the stronger bracket as far as the other applicants are concerned.
Okay, thank you. Question from Intira: what is the criteria of the tuition fee waiver? Now, I can briefly say that I actually put a link to that, to the website. So that might already answer the question. But yeah, Vanita, do you want to comment?
Yeah, I would just like to say that if you're applying for a tuition fee waiver, you have to submit a separate statement of purpose. And in this statement of purpose, you should basically be highlighting your academic achievements. So it should be very precise, it should be very focused. And we have different statement of purposes that you would be submitting at the time of applying. So this one should be totally concentrated on your academic achievements that you've had at your bachelor level.
Okay. All right. Question from Sophia about the scholarship. What are the main qualities and achievements you need to perform, to have, I guess, also as being a good candidate for the scholarship?
DTU does not offer full scholarships, so that is not possible at all. But what we do offer is tuition fee waivers, and the criteria over the years has been completely merit-based. And it's very competitive because we have a large increasing number of non-EU applicants, and most of them apply for a tuition fee waiver. So you have to have very strong academics, and there could be other achievements also in terms of research. It could be in terms of your participation in different conferences that could give you some added points towards making you a stronger applicant for the tuition fee waiver.
Okay. Thank you. And next question, Lucia, asking if there will be a presentation about computer science. Well, we highlighted to 2 out of, I think, 32 programs today. Vanita, what can you say about that?
Well, computer science is in fact one of our most popular programs. And while we cannot have all 33, now the number is 32, while we cannot have all the 32 programs having a presentation like we've had today, but what you can always do is, if you visit our webinars page, you can find the program presentations for each of the 32 programs. So you can have a look at the general program presentation. This is a part of the information day that is done at DTU, and then you can see what the program is all about. And if it is interesting for you, then you're always welcome to apply.
Okay, great. Thank you. I also pasted the link to the specific programs in the chat. There you find the link to the program pages, and you can find the master programs there. So just to help you, just to also mention there are more useful links that I've been pasting there. So there's a student community there you can actually connect with between yourselves, between the students who join this webinar. So we have a lot of people, as you saw, joining in from different countries and probably from your own country as well. So you can connect there possibly and maybe help each other. There's also the link to the application and how the procedure works. So find those in the chat. I will put it on the screen in a minute as well, well, towards the end, but just to make sure. Let's move over to a couple of last questions, since we are getting to the end of this webinar. But we still want to be answering a couple. We have a question, let's see, from Intira. So it seems more people are interested. If you're interested in biogas, which department should, I guess, she apply? Is it chemical and biochemical or the environmental engineering program?
Sarah, Guido, any one of you would like to take that up?
So the question of Intira
I think the concept would be the same. I think the concept would be the same. You look at what both the programs are all about. You look at the program prerequisites for admission. You look at where you are the best fit. You see what the program has to offer. You see if that is going to be interesting for you. What you could also do is, if you send me a mail, I could send you the links to each of the poems, so you have the tabs with you, and then you can see what is really, which fits better with the profile that you have attained during your bachelor studies. So that could be the best way to go forward. It might be difficult for us without seeing your entire profile to give you guidance, but generally we are very good with updating our website, and we make sure that everything is updated. So you can always use the information on the website to see what is it where you could be the best match for.
Okay.
Yeah, I can also add that as a head of studies, we receive personal mails from potential candidates, and this to me sounds a question. Since you have already made a pre-selection, okay, chemical engineering sounds a possible master, as well as so I know that in the environmental department they work with biogas, and then you can address the question to the head of studies of the specific program. So sometimes I receive similar questions. In your program, do you specialize in that topic? So the head of studies is the best person to answer that, I think.
Okay, thank you. Question from Lucia. Do you have any advice for the letter of motivation or the letter of recommendation?
So, we'll take the first one, the letter of motivation. This one is basically a template. It's part of a mandatory template that DTU has made, and there are some defined questions attached to this statement of purpose that you have to write. So it's very important that when you're writing your statement of purpose, it should be very concise, it should be precise, it should be answering the questions that are asked of you. In terms of letters of recommendation, basically there's no such format that is required. It's, you know, the person who's writing it just writes it according to how they are used to writing a letter of recommendation. So we don't have any format for that. But for the statement of purpose, or the letter of motivation as you call it, there's definitely defined questions that you have to answer to. And they're very important that you are very clear and concise in your answers to those questions.
Okay, thank you. Last questions at this stage is about the tuition fee waiver. There are actually two questions. One is, will it fully cover the fee from Intera? And also, Kina was wondering if it's only for students in the intake.
Tuition fee waiver is only offered for the autumn. But there are some conditions attached to it, and the conditions are that you should maintain your high academic performance at DTU. So we do expect tuition fee waiver students to maintain that, and in the rare circumstances that they're not able to do so, then the waiver can also be revoked. So to begin with, you know, we see you as very bright students, but we need you to keep the performance up through your studies at DTU.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you very much for that answer, Vanita. There are some more personal questions that are really, I think, more relevant for a specific person. So we'll take those offline, meaning the staff of DTU can come back to you later. From my side, I slowly would like to wrap up the session. I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, before you leave, please let us know the feedback through the polling. So there are still some polls open. If you haven't answered them yet, please do so. We really appreciate your feedback. And I'm opening the last one in just a second. Share the best one for last. I will also share a link on the screen with the admissions page, just to make sure. So you will find it nicely. Let me see, it's coming up in a second. All right. So there you can find the how to apply for all of you. And I think it should be, oh no, it's not coming yet. Well, I'll get it sorted in a second. But from my side, I would like to thank everyone for joining, especially the students, everyone that joined in from all the different parts of the world. We saw a lot of different countries and regions joining in today. So thanks everyone for having joined. I hope you appreciated it. And that is actually my last polling question. And maybe when I put it up, last words over to you, Vanita. You are on mute. Yeah. Just the last words over to you, Vanita, for the wrap up the session. Thank you.
Sorry, I was unable to unmute because the polling screen came up.
Yes.
Okay, on behalf of DTU, I would like to thank all of you for being here today with us. I hope you found this information useful. From our end, we try to highlight and to show you what are the how we basically work with sustainability, innovation, and entrepreneurship in our study programs. And if you find this interesting, then you're always welcome to get in touch with us. We would be happy to guide you through the next steps. Thank you very much, and wishing you the very best for the future.
Thank you. And also last but not least, thanks Guido and Sarah. Thank you very much for your time and your detailed explanations. Have a good day, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.